What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Monday morning here in the market. Time to get started, time to get rolling. All right. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Great week last week. We did. Well, I got the spreadsheet finished. Pretty sure, yeah. I posted that on social. If you guys haven't seen it, I will make sure I take a minute and post that or put that up here for you guys today. That will show you every trade we took last week and the profitability of every trade. Like I said, we got nothing to hide. All right. Sorry, just looking at some stuff. I'm going to do like we normally do. I'm going to take a few minutes here. Have not looked at the markets at all. Clean up some old stuff from last week. And just take a quick look here. Big pop there on Tesla, TSLL. Looks like Walmart's holding 100 level. Curious to see what that one will do after Bell. Spy with a big push there, right off our support resistance line. That's always nice to see. Just pulling up the economic calendar for this week. I'll go over that with you guys shortly. So, all right, fantastic. Let me jump in the private group, get those guys up and running. Um, and then I'll be back, and then we'll go over some charting. We'll clean up SPY, IWM, and look at a few things. And we'll get set up for the day, guys. So give me a few minutes. Let me get these guys up and running. In the meantime, if you guys got any questions, comments, anything you want me to look at, so on and so forth in the market or anything, please make sure you post up in chat. I will take a look at that, and we'll be back. Also, if you're on Twitch, check out the commands. I spent some time on Friday working on that. Kind of cool. That will show you all of our commands here. Some of them are funny. So yeah, just ask the Magic 8 Ball, will the market crash today? And it says, don't ask that. Feels amazing, man. So hopefully we'll have an amazing day per the Magic 8 Ball. So anyway, I'm gonna jump in private group, get those guys up and running with the morning statement. I've also pinned our website up at the top if you want to take a look at that. But anyway, I will be back in just a minute. Oh, goodness. Monday morning. Always a struggle to get back in this weekend. Always. Hey, what's up, Leaf? How are you doing, sir? Good, I hope. Are you streaming this morning? I'm trying to wake my ass up this morning. Oh, gosh. I did. It was getting aggravating. I did. Man, I can only go so long, and then that stuff just, oh, it just irritates me. So I got to get rid of it. I think I did like Friday, Saturday. I don't remember. Yeah, I do need to get a haircut. I've always had short hair, and then last year I started growing it out a little bit. I don't know why. I guess I just was so busy I didn't get a haircut. Now I'm like, should I cut it? I've never had long hair, so I don't know if I would ever like it or what style I should go with. But I'm this close, so I can't decide if I want to grow it out and try a longer hairstyle or just say screw it and shave it all back off. So I don't know. Thanks, man. It's at that mid length that it's annoying. I can't do anything with it, and especially like riding down the road with the windows down. It's just like all in my face, and it just aggravates the crap out of me most of the time. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I at least need to get it trimmed. Holy crap! I didn't realize your hair was that long. I know I've seen you in before and stuff, but I guess I just never paid it any attention. Jeez, that's crazy. Yeah, see, I don't know if I'd like something like that or not. I don't know, but I'm at the point now where it's. I mean, I've came this far. Why not? You know, go crazy. I could. I definitely could. It is, man. I've spent some time Friday actually while I was watching your stream, setting up some of the I commands or the exclamation commands here on Twitch. So that was kind of cool. Um, and the other things like the lurk and stuff that you have set up on yours. I do have some questions though. I thought about jumping over on your Discord and asking you about those, if you don't mind. Um, I just haven't. But yeah, other than that, things are going good, man. Things are going good. Okay, cool, man. I'll do that. I meant to just some random little, honestly, Twitch questions. Don't know who to ask or how to ask. Um, but yeah, still trying to learn. I literally spent probably 8 hours Friday trying to just learn Twitch and little things that I could do. um, like I did the 8 ball thing and some other stuff. I thought it was kind of cool. Um, the followage. Um, yeah, I'm looking at them now. Uh, yeah, I noticed that you were, so I figured we could put our knowledge, our heads together, and figure out something. This one's kind of cool. Let's see. I don't know. That one was kind of dumb, but uh, oh, I didn't even think about that. So when you talk to chat, are you doing it on console as well, or are you doing it um through PC or your phone, or how are you doing that? I didn't even think about that. Gotcha. I noticed that you it looked like you had maybe created a mod account or something to follow your stream with. I was noticing the other day. Yeah. Okay. I figured you had that. Probably makes things easier to kind of differentiate the two, I would imagine. That's cool though. I still need to hook mine up to my console so I can jump on with you at nights and stuff. It's not all about work. All right. Next, I'm going to jump in and just clean up these charts. Ah, shoot. IWM's kind of pretty tight pre-market. So this is also going to be our session high on Friday. So that's why we get the broken line. Broken lines, remember, represent two different things. So that one's going to be our session high and our all-time high. This one is going to be session high on Thursday. We're going to put that as our orange. And this one is also going to go orange. And it's going to be our pre-market low on Friday. And the only reason we're denoting those two is because we're in between them. So they're there. Now we need to do our pre-market, which is going to be right under the support. We can grab it. It'll be close enough. And that's our pre-market low. And then we'll grab pre-market high right there. Pre-market high, so cool. That's not right. Yeah, no, this one's not right. There we go. That looks a little better. Tangible knowledge, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. We definitely made some money last week. Hey, check this out. I know you're not a trader, and you'll appreciate this. And I usually show this on Mondays. Give me a sec. Let me get it pulled up. Since we got a couple minutes here. This is every trade we took last week in the group. If that's pretty visible for you guys. So we took, what is that, 16 trades. 4 of them didn't hit our profit target, which is this one, and these two. We had some big ones. Like this one, we bought it at $90. It ran to 488. This one was a carryover from last week at 120. It ran to 390. So yeah, there's an 84 to 335. Nice. Yes, it was a good week. This is a new spreadsheet we're working on. We had a different one that was a little bit more user friendly, but this one was work in progress. Still not sold on it, but all right, 30 seconds ago, guys. Make sure you check your account status. Make sure you know what you can and cannot get into. See what happens today. Profits are always good. Yes, sir. I agree. And that's one thing I try to teach my guys is, these big runners where they, like I was showing you that one, we bought at $90 and it ran to $488. I mean, that's $400. And that trade was right at an hour. So you potentially could have made $400 an hour, which is phenomenal money. I mean, I don't know anybody else really that makes $400 an hour at their day job, unless you're like an attorney or something like that. But, yeah, yikes. So what we teach is taking profit. We teach taking that in increments, so that way if something happens or if it turns on you, you still lock in that profit. Um, so that's one thing we try to really focus on. So a lot of our trades we take 20% on, so that way you're guaranteed a 20% return. Um, not every trade's going to run 100%, but every trade that runs 100% will make it to 20%, if that makes sense. So we try to capitalize on that 20% over being consistent over a long period of time. Man, that Walmart pushed, gosh, over a consistent period of time. We were doing a study in our private group, Leaf, that if you had, I have to go back and look. If you had $1,000 account and you made 1% on that account a day, after the end of the year, you would be up like 13,000. And 1% is pretty easy. But it's all because, yeah, it's all because of compounding numbers. And there's 252 trading days this year. So if you compound 1% of 1,000, 252 times, and of course you're going to make more one day, you're going to make less another day. But if you compound that 252 times, I mean, you're going to make some dang good money. And people don't realize that. People get greedy. They have FOMO. They they don't pay attention. They don't focus on the basics and taking that profit as it comes. They want that big runner. They get on Twitter, they get on Twitch, they get on social media, whatever, and see these 19, 20, 21 year old kids that are traders driving around in, $500,000 Lambos and all this stuff, and think it's all, you know, amazing money and stuff. So they try to hold out on that, and that's what makes them lose money. They don't try to focus on that consistent gain, that consistent return, that consistent paycheck, and that's what we try to teach. Apple with a big drop too. I'm kind of curious why Nvidia's pushing. Most of the market is trying to drop back. Google yet again, new all-time high. If you guys are, I know we focus on options here, but if you guys are looking at some cheap commons, this open has really been pushing. Um, we've been watching it in the group since mid fives, I think it was, is when we alerted it. Um, yeah, it looks like it just hit all time high. Well, good one to watch. I mean, hell, throw $100 at it. It's not gonna hurt anything. All right, SPY's trying to recover. Google's trying to push over its all-time high. SPY, I mean, not SPY, Apple, PayPal, Nvidia, all looking pretty decent right now. Still 5 minutes in. Going to pull up economic calendar for you guys. This is what we got going this week. Um, Nothing really today, tomorrow. Wednesday we got PPI in the morning pre-market, and then we got wholesale inventories at 10. Keeping, these will only affect you if you hold overnight. Wholesale inventories, something we need to probably pay attention to Wednesday morning. Um, Thursday, once again, pre-market, we got consumer price index and or CPI, whatever you want to call it. And then we got jobless claims at 8:30 as well. So CPI and jobless on Thursday, PPI on Wednesday, wholesale inventories, and that's about it. So a few things this week, nothing major. Um, Posted ERs this week in the private group this morning. Nothing huge there either. SPY coming into our pre-market high. Watch it here. Google, man, Google just keeps pushing. All right, sorry about that, guys. Nvidia still pushing, which is honestly kind of shocking. AMD's turning around; it's now over support. Something to watch there. And this big drop on IWM is something I wasn't expecting. I do want to see what it's going to do here off of this pre-market low. This could turn into be a pretty decent liquidity sweep. So we could see buyers stepping in. Walmart with a gap up right there. Look at that. So area to watch here. We're only 12 minutes in. I think I do want to look at real quick. Two five. So the average daily. I'm just taking a quicker look or a tighter look at a few of these. That's why I swapped this to the 100 tick. Gives me a better idea of what's going on inside these candles. Seeing if we were going to get a reversal here. It looks like we lost that area. Which is that pre-market low on IWM. So we're only 15 minutes in, so we just closed out this 15-minute candle. So here's where I want to start looking at a reversal for this IWM if we can get it. See what the Magic 8 Ball says. And nothing, because I typed it wrong. So the Magic 8 Ball says it thinks IWM is going to reverse. Should we play it off of that, guys? Looks like we just PT'd on our first trade of the day. Google 240C, now 2.12, and scaling out over PT. Get that pulled up here for you. Yes, sir. Making money. So where are we at? Get on the right chart here. This one, this is what we PT'd on. This one was a little expensive. Google 240C. Pull this up. This one was alerted at 175 or $175. PT on it was 210 for 20%. So 213 was at 25, 35, $39 so far. Reason being, we just keep making new highs on Google. We've been in a constant uptrend. Volume was good this morning. We had a good bounce off of these lines here that we watch, this moving support and resistance. Once we cleared back over our opening range, our all-time high, I knew we were going to push it. So it's Monday. We had time. I alerted in the group that if we get it and we don't PT on it, that we do have time. And yeah, it played into our favor. While I was running my mouth, we did just get that pop there on IWM I was looking for. It's going to be risky at this point because we kind of missed that. We got a 4,000 share wall kind of poking up at 237.40, it looks like. 0 DTE 238 sitting at 34. Getting some chop, not liking that. We quickly retrace that. We want to hold this base kind of around here on this IWM. So the 8 ball said that IWM was going to reverse. It was not wrong. We asked, it told us at 9:47 and 9:48 and 9:49 is when we seen that. So the 8 ball is on the money so far. See, aren't y'all glad we did that? and Google's still pushing. Oh. Google hit 225. Nice. Did we? No, we did not. We, as in I, did not. That. Looks like that Google's trying to come back down some. And that's why we lock profits. Really want this IWM to try and base somewhere in here. Good push there. Nice. Okay, Google dropping back. Good thing we secured some profits there. I'm trying to get stuck in this range, which I'm not liking. This is the 1 minute, of course. This is the 15. We can also look at the 5. We are holding this pre-market low pretty tight, as you can see here. Holding it more to the downside, but if we scroll out on the 15, we've got some room. VWAP is coming down. If we can break that VWAP, we could push pretty hard. But the downside is, remember with ETFs, IWM, SPY, QQQ, all those, you got to look at the big picture of the market. With certain tickers, Tesla, Nvidia, AMD, PayPal, Apple, those individual tickers, you can look at just that individual ticker to see what it wants to do. ETFs are market driven, so you've kind of got to look at the big picture. So if we look at the big picture, we got Nvidia, AMD trying to pull back, Tesla pulling back, Google pulling back. So that's where we're seeing a lot of this inconsistency on SPY, and some of that translates over into IWM. So you kind of gotta take the good with the bad. If you're new here, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, follow, especially on Twitch. Follow us. Really helps us out and goes a long way. It's free to support the channel. We've been working on the channel. We added some emotes and things like that, and we've had some followers give some of our subs, some of our followers subs to the channel, which we're going to work on to give you guys some certain things. We add some badges. I'm still really trying to learn that. One cool thing is the the exclamation commands. If you haven't seen that, oh, thanks, buddy. Shows you a list of everything that you can do there on Twitch. Ah, dang, we're starting to lose that level here on IWM that I was wanting to hold. But hey, is what it is. So these moving support and resistance lines here are starting to come together, which is building support in this area. As you can see, we tested it 1, 2, 3, now 4 times. If we break this area, we definitely have room to the downside. We've got a lot of room to the downside, actually. We were here in pre-market. This should have been Friday night. Yeah, so Friday night versus this morning, that gap up. If we lose this area, get confirmation to the downside, we've definitely got room to the downside. I don't even know what gab trap is, or grab tap. You gotta show that one to me. I seen that on there. I'm like, what the heck is this? Definitely got room to the downside if we break and hold this to the downside. So just be careful. Which IWM just lost that level we were watching. We broke it and quickly came back for the retest. We could see more to the downsides. Doctor, I've broken my arm in several places. Doctor, well, don't go to those places. Very smart. Very smart. I mean, if I broke my arm in several places, I definitely wouldn't go back. That was a good one, wasn't it? Building some support here, which is nice. So Spy is back over these two lines. Good. Here we go. Starting to build a little bit back. We still never got a clean break over this line here on IWM. We've kind of been watching. Spy back over that pre-market low on Friday and testing VWAP. So let's that's a magic 8-ball. Whatever the hell that means. I think the magic 8-ball is drawing. But it did tell us that pop on IWM earlier, so. PayPal gapped up over resistance there. gain a little bit of momentum. This red line has been quite important this morning on the tighter time frames with IWM. We need to really break that, which we're trying here. Our next biggest hurdle is going to be the VWAP to the upside. Walmart, SPY, and a few others are starting to push back up. So we caught right on that red line. It's giving us a hard time, but we could try to squeeze a little bit. We've seen support here on this white, and this red's coming down, so we could squeeze in this area before we see it pop. SPY back under that pre-market low Friday. Remember what I said about these red and gold, though? If we lose that, I mean, we quickly could move to the downside. If you guys see anything that we're not, feel free to post up there in chat. Like I said, I'll take a look at it and kind of go from there. Holding. Yep, there we go. A little bit of power on that one. But holding that red line. SPY held as well. Things could get interesting here shortly, guys. Definitely need to be careful. we took that one trade that I alerted, and we PT'd on it pretty quickly. We are in another lotto down. It was cheap. It was $35, I think it was. $34, excuse me. We're down to 18 on it now. So we're down $16 on it. We more than made that on that Google play. So we're okay. We're still green on the day, but we this sideways action's eating our premium. But I feel like we could pop one way or the other. I want to say market is feeling more towards the downside right now. Um, but I don't know. Hey, Leaf, are you still around, bud? Quick question, if you're here. So we broke here, and we're still watching this level. That's what I was talking about, guys. We were this red line. We were following it to the upside. We were seeing this as support to the downside, and as these two were coming together, converging on one point, something's got to pop. Something's got to give, and it looks like we're trying to pop to the downside. Everything seems to be coming down, so it looks like the market wants more to the downside. PayPal dropping off. It was support, now resistance. More room to the downside. A lot of range bound stuff so far. You got to be careful with. There we go. And SPY just popped to the downside. Remember what I was saying, if we lost that level, we could see to the downside quite a bit. So we are. Now we're going to try the retest, but we want this candle to close under here. So this is the 2 minute. We got 21 seconds still left on this candle, 19 seconds. So it looks like the retest may hold, which could equate to more to the downside here on IW or SPY. So if we scroll out, we definitely got some room here, which we're going to try to fill this gap. And I'm out of coffee. SPY trying that 648. There's our line at 648. We want to stay under that. Peach is coming through on the 1. The 2's getting close. So this is the 2 minute. This is the 5 minute. You can see our red and gold lines, how they change here. So that's what we're seeing is that upper band on the red being our little bit of support. I was really hoping we were going to fill that gap to the downside. We still may. The market is tough this morning. We're not getting good direction like we have been. Mm. Yeah. Tricky market so far, guys. AMD trying to push here. And really following what we needed to. Big pop there on SPY. No clue where that came from. See what Magic 8 Ball says. Hmm. Guess it doesn't like doing it that way. Without a doubt. So Magic 8 Ball says, without a doubt, we are going to see a push in the market. And the Magic 8 Ball is right so far. Now SPY over pre-market. So see if we can build some support up here for it to push higher. IWM trying to push back up. SPY rejected that pre-market high. SPY setting up to be range bound today. 47.75 is low, 49 roughly high. That's pretty tight for SPY when SPY's been running about a 5 to 6 point daily average swing. there's that pop on SPY too. SPY over that pre-market. Next, looking at 649.54. Push up there on AMD as well. Chris in the group said Amazon. We'll take a quick look at that. Even though Amazon's super expensive. Yeah. Robinhood doing the big push this morning. Not sure where that push is coming from, but right now I'm just trying to scroll through few things, just kind of see what the market's doing on some of our other tickers. Wow, AT&T had a big drop pre-market. It's cruising back up a little bit, but that's crazy. It gapped down quite a few times. Not sure what that was about. Don't usually look at this one, but GME does have ER this week. Not something I'm going to play, but just something to kind of keep an eye on. Might be a mover. SPY with a great rebound off that level we were watching. Full transparency, we took a loss on this one. Once we broke this candle here, we grabbed a put on it, and I mean everything was there. The setup was there. We were under our levels. We watched this here at the 648. We bought it right as we were right over the 648, so we could get that IM in the money crossover, which we did. But it just didn't pan out. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose. And I mean, it was still a good trade. It just went against us, unfortunately. It has. It definitely has been a little rough there, Chris. Yeah, definitely been a rough morning. Really range bound on a lot of stuff today. We were starting to break out to the upside, but definitely not seeing those movements like we wanted. So now we're trying that session high with Thursday level 649.54 on SPY. See if we can get through that. I mean, we're slowly just grinding to the upside. watch if we break this red here, 237.75. We've definitely got room. 238.50 on IWM, which is a nice uptrend. All right. You know what time it is? Time for another dad joke. What is a vampire's favorite fruit? A blood orange. That's funny. That was a good one. That was a good one. I gotta remember some of these. Helps keep the mood light. Hey, Leaf, I sent you a PM on Discord. Just whenever. No rush. Letting you know that it's there. Watch Tesla coming into support here at 348.58. Tesla could see more to the downside. And then we've got IWM trying to break over this 649.54. Keep that an eye on that as well. Looks like we did PT on a trade, so I'll get that posted up for you guys. This one here on IWM. This one was a little bit of a roller coaster for us. We got in kind of in this area when we were watching here. I'd have to go back and look at the timestamps on it. But we were watching it here, and it looked like it was going to push up. And we never got that movement that we wanted. And we lost this. This was when we were watching that level. We lost it to the downside, but our wicks were still within range, and then we finally started getting that momentum. So that was a risky one. That was a tough one. Thankfully, we did PT on it, but that one was definitely a ride. That one probably shook some people out on their stop loss, but that was a tough one. PT on that was 41. But like I said, we did take a hit here on the SPY, unfortunately. But 2 for 3, loss on SPY, PT'd on IWM and Google. So not the best day in the world, but still green. SPY dropped back down to our peach line there. That was a pretty quick little movement. Tesla now under its support. Tesla might fill that gap. That's what I was looking for SPY to do. I don't know. Tesla's been trying to find some support down in this range. I don't know if I would play into that or not. See if we get that bounce back over, which I'm kind of thinking we will. All right. So if you're in this IWM, like I said, we definitely have room back up to 238.50. Don't get greedy, and if you're not in it, don't chase. Not 100% sold that we're going to get up here, but we are going to try. Um, so Magic 8 Ball, I just asked, and he said it's going to get to 238.50. So we will see. And I also asked it on YouTube, and YouTube said my sources say yes. So that's a double confirmation from the Magic 8 Ball that we are going to make it to 238.50. So maybe Magic 8 Ball knows more than I do. We just hit 0.55, 55 on it. Tesla back over, SPY retesting there, so nice. Light pullback here, IWM, as long as we can continue to follow this peach line, we should be pretty decent. careful here. We're starting to stall a little bit on SPY and IWM. See if we can maybe gain some more support. Could be profit takers stepping in, trying to grab, locking some profits from that movement. Slowly creeping back over here, which is our session high from Thursday. Looks like we're wanting to hold. So we could maybe get a little bit of a market push. Low grind. I mean, we're holding that peach. So, Magic 8 Ball might be right again. If you guys are new here, just tuning in, make sure you follow us on Twitch. Um, it's free. Goes a long way to really help us out grow the channel. And we've been working on our Twitch page, trying to get more interactive things for you. Now we've got subscriber badges and different things that we're trying to do, like the Magic 8 Ball. He's been spot on pretty much all morning. But yeah, just trying to do more things, learn more about Twitch. Never been a streamer, always been a trader. So trying to branch out and do new things. We've had members wanting me to do live trading for a while now. So I said, hey, let's do it. Finally in a position, and so that's what we're doing. I haven't been streaming for too long, so we're still trying to grow the channel. So anytime you can like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up on YouTube or a follow on Twitch, it really helps us out. So yeah, make sure you do that. We've had a few of our followers um, send subscriptions to some of our followers. So we're working on building some stuff for you guys specifically. So that will be fun. Watch this IWM, guys. We're starting to curl around a little bit and dropping back. Definitely wouldn't hold on to this one. Google's been on that steady decline. We got in and out of that one pretty quickly, which was nice. Yeah. Watch this, guys. We just broke that peach line. We could see more to the downside. Could be profit takers. Haven't really got confirmation yet. Still looking okay on the larger time frames. But once you zoom in, you can see we're starting to set up to the downside. Definitely not saying buy this to the downside, but just watch it if you're in it. And if you're in this trade, if you got greedy, you are now in the red. I mean, there was plenty of time to get out of that one to the upside. Magic 8 Ball fell short. 238.15. We hit 238, or its goal was 238.50. It said it was going to do it. And we asked both Twitch and YouTube, and it said it was. I'll have to fire him. Magic 8 Ball is like gambling. Give me one sec, guys. Sorry about that. The SPY losing its level here that we were watching, which was at session high on Thursday, and IWM still doing its curling around. Tesla dropped back below its support, which we were watching earlier. Remember, it's got some other support here that I don't have charted, so it could see a bounce. Apple looking for more to the downside. Gaining some momentum back. So if you didn't get out of that one, it held VWAP. It looks like on the option. So. push. Well, Magic 8 Ball might prove me wrong. Hmm. All right, guys, I've got to step away for a few minutes. I'm going to leave charting and everything up, but I will be back in a few minutes. Sit tight, hang out, play around with the Magic 8 Ball and the other commands there, and run a dad joke or two, but I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Looks like we seeing the sell off there. Kind of what I was thinking when we left. Definitely wouldn't have played it, but I am curious about this here. Apple bigger sell off. Once we get to 648, we could see 647.75 new low a day. So definitely making some movements. The great thing about stationary shops is they're always in the same place. Get it? Because they're stationary? Huh. That's a good one. That one's funny. I know you guys think that's corny, but sometimes you just gotta lighten the mood. Starting to see it push back up. Once again, guys, we kind of range bound today. And if you don't know what I mean by range bound, well, look at this. We did not do our opening range. Fantastic. Somebody should fire me. Um, but opening, our range bound means this was our low 247.76, high is 249.84. So that's a 2 point spread. Um, right now on the daily, SPY's been averaging about 5.5 points. So we're half of the movement we normally see on a day on SPY. So that's what's tough. So gonna knock these out real quick just because we need them. So I'm going to do that. Going to delete this one because I don't really care about it at this point. Rather have opening range and then opening range here. That is not my open. That's my. All right. Sorry to do that earlier, guys. I apologize. Not that they really affect anything for now, but they could in the future, like when we roll it over for tomorrow and things. So, um, at least we have it. You can pop there on Walmart. Yeah, definitely a Monday. Definitely. Seems like you guys are liking my dad jokes. That's awesome. That's awesome. I have to run some more of those before the day's over. Why not? One last one. Why does Norway have barcodes on their battleships? So when they get back to port, they can Scandinavia. That one's not as cool. That one was not as cool. That one was a little bit of a letdown. Gosh. Sorry, I put an S on that one. The other day, my wife asked me to pass her lipstick, but I accidentally passed her glue stick. She still isn't talking to me. That's a good one. That is a good one. Quite funny. Might get some people in trouble with that one. Oh, guys. What a morning. This range bound stuff sucks. But it all comes with the territory. It is what it is. Is what it is. AMD dropping back. Looks like it's going to retest VWAP and support at 150.88. Not a lot going on. Oh, well. I don't know, guys. Getting hungry. Things are kind of still sideways. 2 for 3 on the day. Might try and wrap things up. Yeah. Probably going to start wrapping things up, guys. I mean, we're after 12 o'clock. Things are just going sideways. My stomach is telling me it is lunchtime. Not a whole lot of need to sit here and hope for the best. So probably going to wrap up things for now. There's a link to our link tree which offers everything that we do. But probably going to, like I said, going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody tuning in, laughing at the dad jokes. Hopefully that the Magic 8 Ball and some stuff helped pass the time a little bit more and get a little bit more exciting. But yeah, let me know. Feedback is always welcome. Like I said, I've been a trader for many years. I've been a streamer for many days. Not too many days, just a little over a couple months. So still learning. So if you guys have any creative criticism, good or bad, on the stream or on the trading, I don't care. Let me know. Up at the top should be pinned the website. You get direct access there to me, and you can email me if you're in the private group. Shoot me a message or whatever. So, but I appreciate it, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, thumbs up there on YouTube. got a couple thumbs up. Thank you for that. And yeah, if you don't mind, just follow us here on Twitch. It's free to do so. We're trying to grow our followers here. Um, so yeah, it goes a long way to really help us out. So, but yeah, I appreciate it, guys, and I will see everybody back here in the morning, 9 o'clock. Make sure you log in and follow along, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Real quick, watch Apple here, looking like it's wanting to drop back. Apple, good downtrend, could be setting up for something to the downside, but expensive. Just be careful. PayPal looking to come back to that 67.78 support. Everything else just kind of trading sideways. So, anyway, I appreciate it, guys, and I will see you in the morning. Bye. Later.